up, y'all? Welcome back to the ZayMoolaSportsPodcast. I'm your host, Isaiah, and Sonny Styles absolutely lit up the NFL Combine as he had the greatest Combine performance in NFL history, recording an 11.2 broad jump, a 43.5-inch vertical, and a 4.46 40-yard dash. And wow, y'all, this was a legendary Combine performance. I've never seen a player dominate the broad jump, vertical jump, and 40-yard dash the way he did. But the reason I really love this is because his Combine performance matches up with his collegiate production. And what I mean by that is sometimes when players go to the Combine and they jump really high or they run really fast, it clouds a lot of people's judgment because everyone will start to say, oh, they're a great player. They're one of the best prospects in their draft, you know. And you go back to 2017 when John Ross ran a 4.22 and everyone started saying that he was going to be a great wide receiver in the NFL for years to come, and that never panned out. Or then in more recent years, y'all, in 2022 when Tyquan Thornton ran a 4.28 at the Combine, everyone was saying he was going to be the next great receiver in the NFL, and that never panned out. And the reason people were saying that, the reason people over-exaggerated, y'all, is because why? They ran really fast, right? They ran the fastest 40-yard dashes in their respective class, and everyone just thought that because of that, they were going to be great players. They were going to be great wide receivers in the NFL. When you actually looked at their tape, y'all, you realize that they have flaws in their game that was going to prevent them from becoming a great player. And so I just think sometimes people overreact to these Combine performances. They overreact to, you know, guys jumping really high, running really fast, having great broad jumps, you know, having great 10-yard shuttles and all this other stuff. Or, you know, sometimes, y'all, people even overreact to when these guys, you know, come in and they measure in at like 6'5", 260 pounds, have 35.5-inch arms, and everyone's like, oh my God, he has like the perfect frame for a linebacker, or he has the perfect frame to be a great receiver, he has the perfect frame to be a great corner. But then when you actually turn on his tape, you realize there are major flaws in his game that is going to prevent him from becoming a great player, y'all. And I think sometimes people just put too much stock into these Combine performances. But that is not the case with Mr. Sonny Styles, because when you turn on the tape, y'all, you see a guy that is an elite football player. He is the most athletic off-ball linebacker I've ever seen. He has elite size, speed, and athleticism. He's 6'5", 244 pounds. And again, as I stated at the start of the video, he ran a 4.46, and you definitely see that speed on the field, y'all. He does a great job of just being that true sideline-to-sideline linebacker. He has incredible range and instincts. He's a violent tackler. You know, he can run downhill and really wrap up running backs in the backfield, y'all. And then I love his coverage ability, and not too many linebackers possess this, but I really love the coverage ability that Sonny Styles has. I think he does a good job of reading the quarterback's eyes, reading, reacting to plays, and really being aware when he's in zone coverage. I also think he can play man coverage too, especially if he goes up against a running back or tight end, y'all. So he's just an all-around elite linebacker prospect. Again, the best off-ball linebacker that I've ever seen, y'all. The most athletic off-ball linebacker that I've ever seen. And he's not just one of those guys that's a Combine warrior, y'all, you know, just going to put up these incredible stats in the Combine. But then you look at the tape, you're like, well, I don't see that speed. I don't see that athleticism on the tape. No, when you watch Sonny Styles play, you definitely see elite speed and athleticism, y'all. And then probably the biggest thing I love about him is just his mentality and how humble he is. I mean, even yesterday when he had those, you know, incredible, you know, when he had, that incredible performance at the Combine, he wasn't braggadocious about it. You never saw him dancing. You never saw him, like, you know, looking at the crowd and trying to hype them up. He didn't do any of that, y'all. He just went out there and handled his business. Why? Because he expects to do this because he's a great football player. And sometimes, y'all, when you see these guys, you know, go to the Combine, they have these great performances and they just really get hyped. It's because, why? They're not expecting to do that because they know they actually didn't put that production on tape. But with Sonny Styles, he's not new to this, y'all. He's true to it because he is truly an elite player. Again, he's not just a guy that had this incredible Combine performance. With them, you watch him, you don't see that. No, you definitely see a guy that has the potential, y'all, to be one of the best off-ball linebackers in NFL history. And I think, y'all, that he could go as high as 2 in this draft. I really think he would be an incredible fit for what Aaron Glenn does, the style of football that the Jets want to play. Again, I mean, Sonny Styles is just a very violent tackler, very vicious player, but his mentality, y'all, he's an absolute dog. His maturity, his humbleness, I mean, I think he's just an all-around great player and a great man. I expect him to have a very productive career in the NFL, y'all. And I think after this performance and with him having the elite production and being an elite player, he's easily going to be a top 10 pick. And I think, again, I think he can go as high as 2, and I would not be surprised if he goes in the top 5. And y'all say I'm wearing my Tennessee Titans gear. I would not mind if we drafted him. I mean, I think he would be a great fit in Robert Saleh's defense because, Robert Saleh loves linebackers that are, athletic, that have speed, violence, that ferociousness. That's what Sonny Styles has, y'all. And he's also a very smart player, has a high football IQ. So I think he would be a great fit for the Tennessee Titans. I don't expect us to draft him, but I definitely wouldn't mind it because we need elite football players, and Sonny Styles is definitely an elite football player. And again, y'all, I think this is the greatest combine performance we ever seen. You saw yesterday, Daniel Jeremiah and Rich Eisen, they were comparing his combine performance to Kyle Hamilton and Calvin Johnson. I mean, y'all, again, this is the guy that's 6'5", 244 pounds, had a 43.5-inch vertical, which is the best all time, and ran 4.46 in the 40-yard dash. I mean, that's absolutely insane, y'all, to be that size and be able to jump that high and have that type of speed and athleticism. So you just absolutely love that from Sonny Styles. And I'm telling y'all, this kid is a real deal. Forget about positional value. I know, a lot of times GMs, they don't value these off-ball linebackers, but forget that, y'all. This kid is different. He should definitely be a top 10 pick. And again, I would not be surprised if he goes as high as 2 in this draft because he is truly an elite player, one of the best players in the 2026 NFL draft. So there I have it, man. This is me reacting to Sonny Styles' insane combine performance. Remember, y'all, laugh's good medicine. So what? Make sure you get your daily dose. Y'all know I'm in it, man. I love y'all. God bless. Peace.